T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes, no, maybe so. Like a rocket gonna blast off, watch me go. Yay, yay, say my name. Haters gonna hate, but I'm hotter than the game, so ha. Hello, bye-bye. Everybody looking at me, but I don't mind. Cause dang, straight, righteous as what? Hungry like the wolf, gonna get me some. Come on now, let's work. Come on now. Come on now, let's work. Check it out. Come on now, let's work. Come on now, check it out. Come on now, let's work. Come on now, check it out. Come on now, let's work. Come on now, check it out. Come on now, let's work. Come on now, let's check it out.
Here we go.
It's June, baby. It's June.
Juicy
Time to
June.
make that money. Money. I got my money.
Money, more money.
We are here. Can y'all believe it's June? Like, it's
The
June.
final month. We were talking about 4, 3, 2. Well, it's down to 1. We are here, baby. June, boom, boom, June. Boom, boom, June.
Boom, boom, June. Wow. Ginormous, jamming, jumping June.
Juicy.
Okay.
And I'm here for it all. Whatever adjective you can come up with, I'm here for it all, y'all.
This is good. This is so good. I'm Katrina. I'm in California, and National Sales Director Katrina Harris Earl. I'm excited to be here. We got a juicy show for y'all tonight. Where's the guest at? Type in the chat. Here we go. Sabrina.
They're here from the East Coast, the West Coast, points in between. I see Brooklyn, New York. I see LA, California. I see Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I see Detroit, Michigan. It's Juicy June, baby. I'm telling you, if you cannot do great things in the month of June in your Mary Kay business, maybe you need to think about it. Guys, it is here. Oh my goodness, Lancaster, Texas. They're typing in where they're from, you guys. Look at it. They're from there. And we are so glad to be here. Nationals, look like we made it. Another year into a seminar year. This is my 32nd June. My 32nd June.
Wow.
That's a lot of year ends. That's a lot of seminar year ends. This is Juicy June. I feel so blessed. We made it, you guys. Looks like we made it through the pandemic, and we're still staying. Some people breaking records. Some people winning Cadillacs. Never earned a Cadillac before in their career, and they are driving Pete. So when I tell you, but June is a car qualifying month, we're going to have more car winners in June than ever before. So if you're on this broadcast, get ready. Crisette, how you doing out there in Detroit?
I am doing fantastic. It is June. You know what? It's amazing how fast 12 months come and go. When I tell you, I can't believe it's the final month, but June is always a special month. June is the month where everybody are working feverishly to finish their end of the seminar goals. And I'm telling you, it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of excitement. It's a lot of, ambition. It's just inspirational to be in this month of June, knowing that there's so much to be excited about. And you guys, we're excited to be with you on tonight. To all of our guests that are here, we want to welcome you to Juicy June. When I tell you it's juicy, and I can't wait to hear from our guests on tonight. So welcome, everybody.
I mean, June is it's just where work and miracles meet. I mean, this is the art of the double. Where else but in Mary Kay do people double their income in 1 month? Where else in Mary Kay do people go into June in one car and graduate June in another car? Folks are changing their titles. I mean, it's amazing. It is amazing. You can decide. We hope that this wow right here, that you thought you had your goal, but we gonna make you think twice about going for what you really said you wanted on July 1st, because there is still time. There's folks coming into Mary Kay May 31st who are going to graduate and be brand new directors by the end of the month. And so, and for the guests, you know, we're glad that you are here to get a peek into what we are doing. So welcome to WOW.
Welcome to Wow, Wow, Wow. Well, let's who's in the room. Let's who's in the room. It's Juicy June. Oh my goodness. They are coming in. They are coming in. I see you guys. Oh my goodness. We had a powerful directors meeting this morning. And I see so many of you on here tonight. It is going. Okay, who are we going to introduce first? Let's see the consultants. If you're a consultant in the house, we would love for, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, right,
That's
Katrina?
supposed to be Chris. That's supposed to be Chris.
Well,
I'm
okay.
No, it's
All
not,
right.
Katrina. You got the wrong agenda.
Okay. 'Cause
All
mine does
righty.
say- wait. Because mine does say May. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Mine
All right,
does
I
not
looked
say
down.
May. It
I
says
was a
May.
little
I'll take
confused.
that one
A little
and throw that
confused.
away.
All right, go ahead, Sabrina. Let's meet our consultants. Throwing it back to you.
Thank you. All the consultants in the house. If you're a consultant, we love, you might be new, but you don't have any new recruits on your team just yet. All the new consultants, we want to say hello. This might be your first time in the house. Welcome to WOW. I'm telling you, these are working women, women of wisdom. Wow, women of wisdom who are working. Congratulations to all of our amazing new consultants. If you're a consultant, you're a senior consultant, type your name in the chat. Tell us where you're from. That means you're an entrepreneur. You are well on your way. Here we go. Senior consultants. Hello. That means the company's sending you a paycheck for sharing this amazing opportunity. So congratulations to the senior consultants. Oh my goodness, so much good juice in the chat. And then let's move on to the star team builders. The star team builders, that means they're red. All the reds in the house. Red is my favorite color when it comes to this business. My real favorite colors are another color, but for Mary Kay, pink and red. Those are my two favorite colors. All the reds in the house. That means you're a star team builder. That means you're on track to do great things. You're the top 6% of the company. The rockin' reds. Put your name in the chat. We love our reds. When I tell you every director's goal in the month of June is to double her red count. We are looking for reds like never before. So all the reds, type your name in the chat because we want to see who you are. Yes. Let's go.
Every day is payday. Swipe my card, then I do the
Star team builders. Here we go. If you're red, tell us who your director is. We want to know who's got the rockin' reds. And our director meeting, oh my goodness, Sharon had 14 reds. She was the #1 director with the most reds in the room. Now that's saying something when you have double-digit reds in your unit. That is huge. But you know what? You first start with 3, then you go to 5, and then you move on. Yes, double that red count. Now, let's go. How about team leaders? That means come alive with 5. 5. Come alive with 5. I'm so excited about the doggone team leaders. That means that your commission check is growing. You are eligible to go on Target for your car. Come on, you guys. It's summertime. We're coming out of a pandemic. Why not drive free? There's no better time than now to drive free coming out this pandemic. We all said that we want to be better coming out of this pandemic than going in. So why not drive free? And so when you have 5, you're getting a commission check. Oh my goodness, from the company. The company pays you a commission check for sharing this opportunity. And so all of our team leaders, congratulations. And we're moving on up. The next level, elite. Oh my goodness. One of my elite team leaders. That means you have 8 on your team. The elite team leaders, give me a holler, elite team leaders. Type your name in the chat. Tell us what city you're calling from. Yes. Where are the elite team leaders? We want to see your face in the place. Wonderful. There's an elite team leader from Illinois. I see you. Somebody says, I'm at 9. I'm more than elite. I got 9 and I'm super fine. All right, all right, all right. And then guess what? We're moving to 10. 10 is the magic number. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Thus our DIQs. Doing it quick, baby. DIQs, you're at the right place at the right time with the best marketing plan on the planet. DIQs, where are you? Type that in the chat. Oh my goodness. That means you're promoting yourself. We're going to have so many 1 month wonders, 1 month normals, people shutting it down in June like never before. When I tell you the company's excited about you, they are giving away, well, once you earn it, but they are assigning you your unit number in record time. I mean, people were screaming today. They got their unit numbers. They got their unit numbers. They just shut down the month, what, yesterday? And they got a unit number today? A couple of days ago? It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. We're excited about it. I see Antoinette with 2 DIQs. Talisha, DIQ in the house. We see you, we see you, we see you. All right. Directors, thank you for being leaders. Leadership is lead your ship. Sales directors, the top 2% of the company. The Nationals, we love being a national sales director because we get to work closely with you. We get to see your dreams being born. We get to see you pick up those Cadillacs. We get to see you buy the house of your dreams because you are an amazing leader. Leaders of all levels, directors, go on and dance your way to the top in the month of June. Take the girdles off your brain, Spanx off your brain. In June, we let it all hang out. Ain't nothing stopping us in the month of June. So congratulations to each and every sales director who is leading the charge. We cannot be who we are without your leadership. Mary Kay Ash will be very proud of you. The national sales directors are so very proud of you. We don't take your leadership lightly. Thank you, directors, consultants. Give a shout out to your sales director. Give her some love. Tell her you appreciate her for calling you, for never giving up on you, for taking you to the top. Yes, yes, yes. All right, I'm throwing it to you, Katrina.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I am excited, y'all. I'm excited. This is juicy. You know, we want to crank the music up, but we can only crank it up so much on your Facebook channel. Up in here, up in here. This is juicy. Y'all, for the guests, you know how when you find out there's a sale, how you wasn't going to the store to buy nothing, but then all of a sudden you got some cash, okay? Burning a hole in your pocket. This is what is happening right now in Mary Kay because we are having a blowout for the consultants. You know that the most important thing that we have in our line is our skincare. That's the most important thing. Let me not move too fast so I cannot be blurry. The most important thing we have in our line is our skincare. You know, when we have a customer who uses color, that's a fickle relationship. That's like somebody who is dating you. And you know what? You can walk into the department store and anything that sparkles, you see a new hot lip color and you don't even look at the brand, you go for the color. But when someone is using our skincare, it's bread and butter. It's like they're married to you. They cannot get enough of it. And I call a loyal client someone that wouldn't dream of washing her face with anything but Mary Kay, and she wouldn't dream of getting it from anybody but you. You're going to need skincare all year. And right now, Mary Kay is offering you 60% off, 60% off your skincare. I am having back-to-back coaching sessions with consultants that didn't think they could finish the court of sales, didn't think they could finish the court of sharing. And now, just based on ordering 40%, they end up getting that 60%. It increases your profit. It makes a huge, huge difference that you get to pass on to your customers. And so clients that are watching, there's never a better time for you to come into Mary Kay because normally we talk about making 50%, but right now you're making 60%. Faces, 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 faces. All I want to ask you guys is to make sure that every week you're thinking about how much am I moving off my shelf? How much am I selling and how much am I investing? How much am I selling and how much am I investing? When a new consultant comes in, she's able to save and get all of those great start bonuses. And for every single seasoned consultant, look look at your shelf and say, how much do I need to order? When you max out, you will end up with 65 sets when you max out every one of the skincare lines, and you can move that. Then you get to play the game of how quickly into the new year do I move that. So I just wrote this down. It's going to be all about the fun. It's going to be all about the fortune. It's going to be all about the new friends you're going to make. It's going to be all about the freedom, all about the fabulous, all about the faith, because June builds your faith. It's going to be all about the frenzy, all about being famous. You become famous in Mary Kay when you achieve big. It's going to be all about far reaching, going further than you thought you could, and all about fast growing. So I want to encourage you guys, service your clients, and be strategic, be a smart business owner. Why buy skincare in July when it is at a 60% savings this month? So who's ready? Some of y'all that already maxed it out. That is exciting. And I'm going to introduce you to my dearest girlfriend, who is, y'all, doing the unbelievable. She's having a ridiculous year. This is so amazing. And so our guest speaker, y'all know her, and y'all love her, and it is just unbelievable. She is an elite executive senior sales director, Menina Givens. She was a pharmaceutical sales rep prior to Mary Kay. She's been in Mary Kay for 26 years, 25 years as a sales director, married for 27 years, and is an empty nester with two really smart, super successful sons who have no college debt. Tyler, who is 27, and Dylan, who is 24, highly educated, zero debt. Thank you, Mary Kay. Earned the use of 14 free cars and 11 pink Cadillacs. She completed the National Court of Sales and the National Court of Sharing twice, 23 times in the unit circles. Oh my gosh, for the guests, these are bar pins, diamond bar pins, 7 of which have been in the Circle of Excellence, with her highest year to date being $760,000, but it ain't over. And she has earned top director trips all over the world, y'all. Travel with me: Beijing, China, Hawaii, London, Alaska, Argentina, Scotland. She's already shut down the trip this year to Spain and the prestige trip. She has earned over 30 carats of diamond rings and bar pins, has been voted the highest honor you can achieve in this company as Miss Go Give of the Pearl Division, you guys, in Mary Kay. She has been featured in numerous company brochures and publications, including the doggone Applause magazine that goes out to all of the millions of consultants that are in Mary Kay in the US, the Lookbook, the Imagine the Possibilities team building video. There's just not any other publication you could be featured on, because you've been on In Touch. She's been on every single print, publication, and online that goes out. Completely debt-free, y'all. Write it down. Did we start out with more money, more money, more money? Menina is completely, keyword, debt-free, paying off over $20,000 of credit card debt. Her student loans and her Mary Kay business helped her put both her children through college at NYU and the University of San Francisco with no student loans, y'all. That's crazy. Her highest commission check before June 30th was $20,976. You guys, this is the year that her $1 million dream team will finish as a $1 million unit on their way to building their Excel national area. Her and her sister, Martika Jenkins, are working to make herstory as the first African-American sisters to become NSDs together. Dream team is in the house. Woo!
Dream team's in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you, going for the chair at the Emerald Division. Let's give it up for $1 Million Director in just a couple of weeks, Menina Givens.
Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is Juicy June. I am so excited about this wow event. I asked Katrina, I said, why don't I have the background? Why is it not showing up? It's because, y'all, I'm not even at home right now. I've been traveling all over, working with my $1 Million beauties all over this country. And I am super, 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 super excited and honored to be the guest speaker tonight for this wow event, y'all. Wow. I can't even believe that it is June. Like, these months go by so fast, and I'm so
happy to be in Mary Kay because there's always a new day. There's always a new week. There's always a new month. There's always a new goal. There's always like another carrot being dangled. There's always another diamond to win. There's always more and more. And we are expanding and expanding and expanding and then expanding more. And during this past year, it's so weird to say, but it has been such a blessing for our company. We are having our best year. I'm having my best personal year ever. I was telling my consultants on Tuesday, my sales opening up. I ain't been taking care. I've been doing what I'm supposed to do with my makeup. Like I need to get a new look. I mean, like it has been just amazing. So welcome to the guests that are on. If you are a guest, I know your consultant was like, get on this thing, get on this thing. You're like, well, just get on this thing. Okay. So if you're a guest, thank you so much for being here tonight for us, just with this little bit of time that we have. I know you are already inspired from hearing and celebrating all the consultants. You may or may not even know what is happening. You just know your consultant was like, get on. And I'm pretty sure she offered you a free gift to get on. So welcome to the guests, the consultants. I know you are so excited as we have stepped into this championship season. Y'all know it's basketball season right now. You know, I'm not a real big basketball fan. I love football. I'm a football fan, but I'm not a real big basketball fan until we get to the end. Like right now and the Lakers and all this kind of stuff, like right now, like it's exciting. And I'm like, you know, like this is when like champions are born, like during this season right here. So I'm going to share a little bit with you guys about myself and then just give you some inspiration that is going to help you to double this month and expand beyond what you thought that you could do. Okay. So a little bit about me. I have been building my business for, you know, all this time for 26, almost 27 years. And I can't even believe that on July 3rd, it's going to mark 25 years since I walked into my boss Dave's office in Orange County and I gave him my resignation letter. Now, y'all, I had typed out, so this is how long ago this was, typed on a typewriter. I had typed out my resignation letter 6 months before. I typed it out in January and dated it for July 3rd because I knew that I was going to be leaving. I was at a place where I'd already, you know, surpassed my income and that kind of thing. And y'all, for those of you that don't know me, I grew up in Mary Kay. So my mom was a sales director and a car driver. She joined Mary Kay when I was 13 years old. I've always taken great care of my skin. I'm turning 51 on Monday, June 7th. I'm super excited to be in the 50s club. But I had always taken care of my skin. My mom was in, she was a single mom. There were 4 of us. I helped her, you know, package her, you know, products and all that kind of stuff for her customers. And when she first tried to recruit me, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. That is your thing. I have never sold anything before, ever. So I told her no for several years. I ended up working the business through college, through my junior and senior year of college. I worked the business. And then I ended up getting out of the business because my mom passed away 2 months after becoming a sales director and car driver. She passed not even 2 months after. And so I was devastated and I was 22 years old and I graduated from college, but I got out of the Mary Kay business and I landed my dream job in pharmaceutical sales. So Katrina read my accolades. I was in pharmaceutical sales. And let me just tell you, the amazing thing, I always think back, God is so sovereign and he orders our steps. Like, even if you think you made a wrong turn or whatever it is, he still moves people, places, things to benefit you and to get you to the place that he has called you to. And so even though I left Mary Kay, when I left Mary Kay, as I was interviewing for this job in pharmaceutical sales with the number 1 pharmaceutical company at the time, Merck, and I went through 6 interviews for this job, y'all. 6 different managers interviewed me. And every single one of them, the men and the women, every single one of them wanted to know about Mary Kay Cosmetics. Tell me about Mary Kay, because I had it on my resume because I had done the business in college, you know, for those couple of years. And I'd worked other little jobs or whatever, but that's the one that they wanted to know about. Tell me about Mary Kay. Tell me, you know, how did you do that? And the final woman that interviewed me, her name was Lisa. She was an African-American woman. It was my final interview. And she walked in and she was high D personality. Okay. Walked in and she said, okay, so I've been using Lancome for the last 20 years. Tell me about Mary Kay. How would you switch me over to Mary Kay? And that was my interview. And we talked and laughed, and I told her what I would do and all of this, because that's what you do in pharmaceutical sales. You change people's mind. You change the doctor's mind about what they're prescribing because you want them to prescribe your drug. I was a legal drug dealer. So I used to sell Pepcid before it was over the counter, like for heartburn and all that. I sold Pepcid. And so she was like, how would you tell, And so that just always tickles me, because God knew that I would be right back here in Mary Kay. So he is sovereign. So anyway, graduated from school, landed that dream job. I loved pharmaceutical sales. I loved everything about it. I loved being with the people. I had a company car. Y'all, in 1993, when I got this job, I was making just shy of $40,000 a year, like $39,000 and something dollars in 1993. Now, I thought I was rolling, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be here till I die, till they kick me out for sure, till I'm 65. I'm going to be here. I had no plans to leave that job. And $40,000 a year, I mean, even now, it's a lot of money. I don't understand really how they're offering these college students that are graduating now $40,000 when I was making that in 1993, but okay. But anyway, so I was like, I'm rolling. I'm going to be here until, whenever. And about a year and a half into about a year or so into pharmaceutical sales, I realized, okay, I still need some more money. So the more money you make, the more money you spend. I am sure you have figured that out by now. If you haven't, I'm telling you, the more money you make, the more money you spend. If you're making 40, you living at 60. You making 60, you living at 90. You making 90, you living at 150. Okay. Moving stuff around. So that's what I was doing. So I was moving stuff around. I was making minimum payments. I was $20,000 in debt at the age of 24 years old, y'all. I don't even know what I bought. Okay. So I was making money, but I was spending it. It was coming in, but it was going out just as fast and all of that. And I needed some extra money. And like I said, God is sovereign. So he works all the people and places and things together. And about a year into that job, my sister Martika, who is a brand new executive senior sales director, okay, she has five first line DIQs. So we are working these national areas are coming together. So my sister, she called me, and this was in 1994. She's like, Menina, it was on August 29th, 1994. So it's 2 days before the end of the month. She's like, Menina, I need 2 more people to go on target for my car, and you need some money. And so you're going to be one of them. So I was like, what? Okay, I'll do it. I'll help you, but don't be calling me. Don't be asking me nothing, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I'll do it, but don't be bothering me. I had a 5-month-old job, was newly married. My husband was in grad school, so he couldn't really work. So we were living on my income. So I was super busy, but I did want to make an extra $200 a week. That's all I wanted. Some people come in, they're like, I just need a couple $100 a month. I was like, if I can make $200 a week, $800 to $1,000 a month, just to go to my credit cards, that's all I want to do. Don't call me about nothing else. Don't be bothering me or anything. And so that's what I did. I came in super part-time, y'all. And the rest is history. Like Katrina said, 10 months later was in my first free car. 3 months after that, I became a sales director. My first director check was more than I was making at my full-time job. Okay. And at that point, I was putting in about, as a director, a new director, maybe 10, 12 hours a week. In the very beginning, I was putting in about 6 to 8 hours a week. As a director, 10 to 12 hours a week. So in a quarter of the time, I was making more money at this than I was at my full-time job. And I remember hearing God so clear, this is where I've called you to be. I was like, what? I'm not leaving my good job. Mm-mm. So anyway, long story short, made that first check. And I was like, okay, God, I see you. I got you. Stayed at my job for 8 months, and then I left. And so July 3rd is going to be 25 years that I have been full-time in this business, 25 years of just amazing culture where you're around these positive women and everybody wants you to win and there's no cattiness and all that kind of stuff. And the money, y'all, I've made more money this year than ever. And I've been over 6 figures for a very long time. Okay. A very long time, well over 6 figures. And I was thinking about this morning. I was like, this is seriously, it is crazy. I mean, I'm just saving money. I was telling my consultants the other night, I'm debt free. I don't have any like these big gigantic $15,000-$20,000 checks. I am like stacking cash, y'all. And I'm like, you know, I have everything that I want, and my kids we're full empty nesters. They don't ask for anything. They literally never ask for any money since they've gotten their job. They never ask for anything. And so you guys, I want you to think about the freedom in that. I want you to think about like, what could you do if you could, like, you know, you have everything. Like, you can help more people. You can do things for people. Like, I give money all the time. I'm a tither. I've been a tither since I was 19 years old. I know my church is happy. Bishop McClendon, I know they happy because they see my tithe checks every single month. So I want you to think about, for the guests, like, what would it be like if you could be able to cross the bridge from where you are to where you dream of being? And so I want to talk to you guys tonight, and the consultants, especially, because it is Juicy June. It is Juicy June. This is where miracles happen. You're going to hear stories that happen in the month of June. You're going to hear about brand new consultants that joined this month that ended up finishing their first month qualifying for a free car and going into director qualifications on July 1st. You're going to hear those kinds of stories. You're going to hear about women who were working to do Cadillac, getting pink Cadillacs, and had these crazy, phenomenal sales months. Like, you're going to hear about all of these things. And so why can't one of those stories be yours? Why can't they be saying, oh, you know, did you hear about Lori Morgan? And like, did you hear about her? What she did? Did you hear about Regina Bethea? What she did? Did you hear about Eno Inoue? When she jumped from here to here? I mean, you're going to be hearing like all these kinds of stories. Did you hear about Tammy Denson? And she added all these people. I mean, like, you're going to be hearing those stories. So why can't one of those stories be yours? That's what I decided this year, that this was going to be the year that not only did I dream about it, but that we stepped into this $1 million year, and not only finishing at $1 million, y'all. Like, my unit knows, like, we are running for #1 in the Emerald division. So I'm going to talk to you guys about what it's going to take to be able to do that. And we're going to think about, I want you guys to think about, this is what I was thinking about today, was like the story of like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Like, thinking about the head, the heart, and courage of what it will take to not just kind of, you know, succeed in June, but to really like blow it out the water. Like, what does it take? And it is going to take those three things. It's going to take the head, the heart, and the courage. It's going to take the head first, because in your head, like, you got to be clear on the vision. Okay. The vision comes way before the strategy. So you got to be clear on the vision. And what does the Bible say? Like, where there is no vision, the people perish. So it's going to start with you, consultant. If you sales director, if you are, you know, as a consultant and you're building to a red jacket, or building to wanting to go on target for a car, maybe a lot of you are actually finishing cars, or you're finishing the next level cars. And it's going to take you being super, super clear on your vision. This is really about you. I had a conversation with a DIQ earlier today, and I was like, it's not about the other people and what they're doing or what they're not doing, or somebody that's telling you they're going to do something and what they're doing or saying or not doing or not saying. It's not about that. It is about you being squeezed, being molded, being shaped into the leader that you know you are and that God has called you to be. So it's going to take a clear vision. And what I did actually earlier today, I was on the phone with my personal coach, and she was like, write it out again and make it crystal clear, and put all 5 senses into it. Like, how it's going to feel, how's it going to look, how's it going to smell, like all of those things. So if you're thinking about like, I want to earn a car, I want to go on target for a car, go to the dealership, go to the Chevy dealership, sit in the Chevy Malibu, turn the car on, ask them to test drive it. Like, do all of those things. Smell the new car, feel the seats. Directors that are winning Cadillacs, feel the leather in the seats, smell it, take a picture with it. Like, these are the things that you got to do, because those feelings get deep down, and that's what's going to make you like want to keep going. Okay. So make sure your vision is super, super clear. Visualize it every morning and every night. Before I wake up, before I put my feet to the floor, I visualize how my day is going to look. I visualize the million. I visualize, I'm going to guess it's going to be Mike Strong. The consultants know who this is, and directors. I'm going to guess it's probably going to be Mike Strong's voice, maybe. I don't know. And now, you know, at $1 million, you know, it's going to be over $1 million, by the way. but at $1 million in sales from the Mary Kay national area, Menina Givens. Like, I'm visualizing that. I'm hearing it. I see Katrina literally like putting the virtual crown on my head. Katrina, I actually may have you come to LA. I may fly you here to actually do that for me as I'm making my queen speech. Okay. Like, I am like I visualize that. I have Katrina on my phone. Like, she's on here. Like, every time I turn my phone on, I see, look, I'm trying to show her without show. So every time I turn my phone on, this is what I see. I see Katrina. And I see me, because Katrina's one of my best friends and she's my adopted national. I see her and I see me and I see this crown on my head. And so, what is your vision? And is it clear? And if it's not clear, get clear, write it out and look at it like every day. Okay. And every night. So every morning before I get up and every night before I go to sleep, those are the things that I imagine. I hear it. I feel it. I see it. I still, even though we're going to be virtual this year, I'm still imagining us in the convention center. Like, that's just how I'm able to see it. So make sure your vision is clear in that little head of yours. As that vision gets clear, the strategy will begin to come to you. So all of the hows, you don't have to know the hows. As a matter of fact, you're not going to know the how. And even when we come up with our own strategy, like, it's probably going to come together a different way, right? And so I told like all of my DIQs, like, last month we just had our 9th director finish, and Paula just got her, she just got her unit number today. I was like super excited. We have numbers 10 and 11 in DIQ in the first line right now. And I always tell all of them, like, you're not going to know the how. You have to cross the bridge from the belief, that it can happen, and crossing that bridge over to knowing that it's finished. And when you know that it's finished, you don't worry about how it's going to come together, but God will give you those hows, okay, as you begin to take the steps. He will give you the strategy. He will tell you, okay, call this person, give you this little idea that makes no sense to anybody else. I was on the phone with a director friend of mine today, and she asked me about a promotion that I'm doing for this $1 million robe. And so I told her what I was doing, and she was like, but wait, then you gotta, what? Because the robe is embroidered. So she's like, well, wait, I thought that it would just come that way. I'm like, so anyway, she was like, well, no, I was like, okay, well, like, your ideas that God gives you, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else except for you. That's why you want to be sure of like who you're talking to and make sure that you're reaching up, because your idea, your way is not going to be the same as anybody else's way. Your team members, everything is going to be different. And so if God gives you an idea, that idea is anointed in that moment. And it's really important for you to follow through on the idea, no matter how crazy it may seem to somebody else. Maybe he gives you an idea for a certain way to do your parties. Like, I'm sure when those 5 and 5s came out, like, people were like, 5 and 5 products in 5 minutes. Like, what? Even when I heard about the Hydra sessions, I'm like, that's going to be too much stuff on my face. Like, but when I tried it, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm rolling with this. And I've been rolling with the Hydra sessions ever since. That's what I do for my personal parties. So whatever the ideas are that God gives you, just roll with them, because those ideas are anointed in that moment for you. Okay. So that is just a little bit about the head. And again, you don't have to know all the hows, but they will be given to you as you take the steps. The second part is having the heart to go through with this. Having the heart to move forward in the vision that God has given you. Let me just tell you, the DIQ that I was on the phone with today, she knew what she heard God say to her. She knew, she's like, I know how to hear God. I know that that's what he said. And this is one of my 3rd line DIQs. So she's like, I know what God said. I know that I'm a part of this. She's like, but I got in my own way last month. I got in my own way. She's like, I believed it, but then I wasn't sure. And I was explaining to her that when God gives you the vision, he's also going to equip you to carry it through. So if you know that you know how to hear God, and you know that that's what he said, then you also have to trust. You have to trust that he is the one that is doing this through you. Like, he needs a willing vessel. Like, he wants so many things to get done in the earth that he just needs willing vessels to be able to get through these things, be able to work through us. so that he can unfold these things for us, through us. And so I told her, I said, I want you to imagine yourself as like what I do. Like, I just imagine myself as kind of like a puppet, kind of like a Muppet. I said, picture like, you know, Kermit the Frog. And I want you to imagine like Kermit the Frog without the hand inside of him moving his mouth. He is like nothing. Like he is just like this. But once I said, if you could imagine like yourself like this Muppet and God's hand comes inside of you and like is telling you like who to call, what to say, what to do, all that, like that's how I imagine. That's how I imagine myself being. I'm just asking God, okay, God, who is next? What am I supposed to do now? What is my next step? And he gives me the instruction or the idea or whatever, and I take that, or I call this person. This just happened to me like a couple of weeks ago. I had a girl, she's actually my cousin, and a distant cousin, but I've had her in my heart to call like for, I don't know, the last couple of months. And I was so like, ooh, I don't know, like whatever. And so, and like you guys, even at this level, yes, like I wasn't scared per se to call, but I prejudged. Okay. So I was like, oh, I don't know, whatever. And so I was in Atlanta and I told my sister, I was like, you know what, I really want to go see Tish because I want to, you know, talk to her about the business. Well, and I wanted to see her. I haven't seen her in a long time. So I text her. I was like, hey girl, we're going to be there. She's like, okay, cool. She's like, I actually am studying for, she's like, I'm opening up a insurance franchise and I'm studying for this test and whatever. So she's like, but I would love to see you guys, like come over. And so as soon as she said that, I'm like, yeah, she ain't gonna want, she's not gonna want to do it, whatever. And so we got there, we talked about the products. Like, she's like, what are you guys using? Like, okay, I want to use that or whatever. And I still did not talk about the business. Okay. So I got home. She ended up getting on one of my things. She bought like almost, $350 of stuff, whatever. I called her to go over her products and everything. I sent them to her, went over her products with her. And she was like, girl, I said, how did your test go? She said, it went great. She's like, but I got this franchise and now I don't even know why I did that. She's like, I don't even know why, she's like, I really just want to be free. I want to be, just free to like, just be and just work and make money. She's like, I need to make a significant amount of money, but I just want to be free. And I was like, Tish, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, girl, I wanted to talk to you about Mary Kay because not just about selling the products, but like, actually, I see you where I am. Like, I see you as a Cadillac director, making 6 figures and whatever. She was like, oh my gosh. So we started talking about it. And she's like, okay. She's like, I just need to do what you do. I mean, so you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't prejudge, like do what God is telling. She could have been on my team 2-3 months ago when I know I heard God say her name. She could have been off springing as a director by now. Like, and I'm like, shoot, like I didn't listen. Like I listened, but I didn't trust. And so you want to make sure that once you know what you want and all that, just trust God. Like our egos get in the way so much. The ego is edging God out. Okay. The ego is saying, which I was telling the DIQ and even saying to myself, this is what happened. My ego was getting in the way of like, ooh, what if she says no? Ooh, what if she doesn't want to do it and all that? And I was telling this DIQ, like, we do that. The ego is very sneaky, like kind of sneaks in and like, we're telling ourselves all of these things that are not true. We're creating these stories that are not true. Well, you may as well create a story that's good. Okay. You may as well eject the little DVD out that you're telling yourself all these bad things and create a new movie. Our minds can run so quick and create an entire feature film, Blu-ray, DVD for us, like literally in seconds. So why not create something that is powerful? Why not create a story that is like, oh my gosh, like this happened and this happened and this happened. Like, why not do that? So it is going to take the heart. It's going to take your heart to get this done. It's going to take that thing that's deep down that God planted inside of you. I shared with the DIQ today. One of my favorite books is The Dream Giver. It's only like this thick. I mean, it is so powerful, but it talks about, it's about this little character that gets to the edge of their comfort zone. And then he just turns right back around, because at the edge of your comfort zone are these border bullies that tell you, don't go out there because it's scary out there. Don't do it, Mary Kay. It's scary. I know somebody that did that and they didn't do good. So you have these bullies at the edge of your comfort zone, and it just makes you turn right back around like, well, let me just stay right. I'll see you, Stephanie, the best book ever. Yes, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, you just stay in that comfort zone. But guess what? Everything that you want is outside of your comfort zone. If you have a piece of paper, on a piece of paper, if you put like a little dot in the center and you draw a circle around it. Okay. So the dot represents you. The circle represents your comfort zone. Well, outside of that, you want to draw like outside of the circle, you're going to draw like, a few X's or dots or whatever outside of the comfort zone. That represents all the things that you want. You want financial freedom. You want a car. You want to be able to pay for your kids to get through college with no loans. You want to buy a house, whatever. All of the things that you want are outside of your comfort zone. And the only way to get there is to bust through that wall and go past those border bullies, because guess what? On the other side of your comfort zone are the border busters. They are the people that have already busted through. They're people like me, like your nationals, like your recruiters, like that's who they are, because they've already busted through, and they're like on the other side, like, come on, girl, come on, like you got this. It's fun over here. Come on outside, right? And so that's everything you want is on the other side of that comfort zone. And guess what? If this is you right here, and you have this circle right here, and let's say this little dot out here is you being able to be debt free. As soon as you bust through that and you get over here, then guess what? You'll draw another circle around that. Now your comfort zone has just expanded a little bit. And so now you feel a little more comfortable right there. And now you're going to go for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Y'all, let me just tell you, as your comfort zone begins to expand, you begin to like grow and grow and grow and grow, and your thinking changes at the same time. Like one of the things I love about a new consultant coming into Mary Kay, and this just happened, is that your mind expands. Okay. So I did a party for a new consultant, and the new consultant parties average between $300 and $600 in like 45 minutes. Their first party. Okay. With 6 to 10 people on, I just know it's going to be between $300 and $600. So this first party, this new consultant, her first party was $1,000. It was $1,000, a little over $1,000. And so what's funny is now when I talk to her, I'm like, how did your party go? She goes, it was all right. I mean, it was like $450. I mean, it's like amazing. And we make 50%. So even to make $225 in 45 minutes is amazing. But because her first party was $1,000, she's like, it was all right. I mean, it was 300, it was 500. And it just cracks me up because this happens all the time. So once your mind has been stretched, you really can't go back. You can't go backwards. And so anyway, head, heart, and then the courage of what it's going to take to get this done, the action that you're going to need to get. Because many of you guys are sitting on this like, yeah. But then it takes actually like having the courage to actually make the call, not just text, but make the call. Having the courage to actually send the text if you are going to text. Having the courage to do your first party by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like after you watch your director or whatever do it so many times, or having the courage to actually do the interview with somebody. Having the courage to follow up with your guest after this call, to ask her, what does she think? Is there any reason why you couldn't get your business started for $30 today? Like having that courage is a major piece, because that is actually what is going to get you to what you want. Not just dreaming about it, not just thinking about it, not just writing the vision, not just visualizing it, but having the actual courage to step out and do it. Like that is what is going to make the difference in this championship season, is actually doing what you tell yourself to do and not letting yourself off the hook again. Because here we are in June, and I want you to think back over these last 12 months. How many times have you let yourself off the hook over these last 12 months and said, it's all right, I'll do it next month. It's all right, I'll do it tomorrow. Right? I'll do it tomorrow. How many times have you let yourself off the hook? It's time to do what you tell yourself to do. Because guess what? If you don't do what you tell yourself to do, somebody else is going to be telling you what to do for the rest of your life. If you don't let that sink in, if you don't do what you tell yourself to do, somebody else, like your boss at work, somebody else is going to be telling you what to do. So it's time to take control. Time to take control of your life. It's time to have that head, that heart, that courage to do it and get this done, because we're in a place where everything is available to everybody. We are in a company where we put God first, family second, and career third. And I don't know about y'all, but at my company, like they didn't have that. It was like career first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth, if it had to be. They didn't care. If I'll give you guys an example. One of my number 7 offspring, Rochelle, she just finished on April 1st. Rochelle's mom passed away in August, and she came to LA. She lives in Houston. She came to LA for the services and that kind of thing. They called her while she was in LA. It was on a Friday. And they're like, oh no, it was on a Thursday. She's like, oh, hey, we have you on the schedule for Saturday. So we're just making sure. She's like, no, I told you guys, remember, I wasn't going to be there because my mom's services are tomorrow, which was Friday. Do you know, they said, oh, well, can't you come back Friday night? Because we have you on the schedule on Saturday. And she was like, no, I told you I won't be there. They said, well, we're going to have to write you up. She's like, okay, well, I'm not going to be there. My mom's services are tomorrow. Okay. Do you guys know? She went back to work, got back to Houston, went to work on Monday, all cheerful and jolly and ready to give them her all. And by noon, she was back in her apartment because they had fired her. These companies do not care. And if you think that your job is stable, okay, it is not. These companies can do anything. Oh, and by the way, they told her, we don't have to give you a reason. They didn't have to give her a reason because Texas is a right to work state. They don't have to give you a reason. So if you think your job is stable and you think like, well, I'm going to be here, and they're going to keep paying me and I'm going to get a raise and all that, think again, because they can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And in this unstable economy with these prices going up, do y'all know that here in LA, the gas prices, hold on to your seat, are like $4.89 a gallon? I called Contrella, my offspring, and I was like, I don't know how people live here. Like, how do people live here? And I grew up in LA, and I'm like, to fill up my Cadillac, it's like $70. I was like, I don't know how people live here without like having extra money. I don't know how people live. Like, if they're just making minimum wage, like, what are they doing? How are they living? Like, so I have such a heart for women, you guys, for women to be able to make extra cash or be able to leave their jobs or be able to take care of their kids and put their kids in private school and give them the best education. I have such a heart for women. This is not about selling. It's not, the money is great. Okay. Don't get me wrong. The money is great, but I have such a heart. I've already made a lot of money in Mary Kay. I've earned a lot of diamond rings in Mary Kay. I've earned the cars and all that. But now my job is to pass it on. And your job, consultants and directors, is to continue to pass it on because people are out here hurting and they need us. We are like superheroes disguised as Mary Kay directors. Like, I know I have a big S on my chest underneath this director suit and all these diamonds. I have a big S on my chest because I feel like I'm a superhero disguised as a Mary Kay consultant. And I'm wanting to pass this on to so many other women and men who want more, need more. They're willing to work for it. They deserve more. Their families deserve more. And because I said yes 27 years ago, almost, thousands and thousands of people have been impacted. And your yes, and you're stepping up, and you're becoming a champion in the month of June. Your yes not only affects you, everything you do and everything you don't do. Everything you do and everything you don't do affects you. It affects your family. It affects the team that you're on. It affects the unit that you're in. It affects your national area. It affects this company. It affects generations of people. Everything you do and you don't do. So decide to have head, have heart, have courage, and make this your best, juicy, jumping, jamming June that you have ever had, because you deserve it.
Woo! Juicy.
I played this on my meeting the other night too.
Girl, that is what $1 million director sounds like, look like, train like. I didn't know if I was in church. We back here going.
Right.
What'd you say, Chris?
Exactly. We just going to open the doors of the Mary Kay Church. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5. All the guests. Come on. I mean, you have said it all. When I tell you, Menina, you put the J in juice tonight. Okay? You are absolutely on fire. And you know what? That just goes to show you when you have such a huge goal, when you're in the zone. I mean, time just flies. I mean, you were giving it to us all. And so I heard echo. Katrina, can you hear? I hear echo.
I hear it. I hear it. I know they think I can fix everything, but I don't know where that coming from. I am gonna mute myself though.
Okay. So Menina, thank you so much. Thank you for your excellence. Thank you for sharing your story on tonight. An incredible story. Thank you for your courage. I just so many other things I could say about you. I'm just so elated about where you're going. I'm so elated that you're going to be one of our NSD sisters. We can't wait. We cannot wait for you and Martika, absolutely, to join us as national sales director. So amazing. Awesome. Awesome. So you guys, I am not going to be before you long. And I know Sabrina and Katrina are like, okay, we're going to see if you can do this quick, fast, and in a hurry. And so, you know what? I just want to take this time to talk to our guests as well as the consultants. But first, to our guests, let me just say this. You were invited to be a part of this wow. We wanted to give you a sneak peek into Pink. And boy, when I tell you, you saw a lot tonight, you heard a lot. You heard from the best of the best in Mary Kay. So I want you to know that somebody invited you here because they saw something in you. And you may be here saying, you know, wow, she was just such an incredible speaker. I don't see myself as that. And you know what? I promise you, if you were to ask all of us where we saw ourselves when we first came into Mary Kay, I promise you, it was not Menina. Okay. But I promise you, they have seen something in you that maybe you haven't seen in yourself. And so real quickly, I want to share with you how you can come into this business. You know, I've been saying this to everyone. If ever there was a time for you to take a look into this Mary Kay opportunity, the time is now. June, what is juicy? It's ginormous. It's jamming. It's jumping. You know what? I'm just going to tell you, do it. Just do it in June. Because I promise you, in this month, miracles really do happen. So there are several ways that you can come into Mary Kay. And you know what? Let me talk about the first way. It is the E-Start. The E-Start, you guys. We're calling it the $30 holla. Okay, the $30 holla. And with the E-Start, let me tell you what you'll get. You'll get a personalized website and a credit card processing for 1 year. Shut up. All of that for $30. Yes. You'll also have access to your back office through your Mary Kay InTouch. You'll get all of the free apps to help you sell anytime and anywhere. You're also going to get your digital marketing tools, your customer support, and your online step-by-step education. I can't believe that Mary Kay has been able to do all of that for $30. Come on. If you have a family of 3, okay, and you go to McDonald's, you already know you're going to spend more than $30 to see if this opportunity could work for you. And then we have a full starter kit, and it includes the E-Start, and that's $130. When I joined Mary Kay, it was $100. Guess what? They've improved it. Let me tell you what you get for the $130. Yes, you get it all, but you're going to get retail size products and samples. You guys, it's valued at $400. Shut up. $400. You're going to get your literature, your educational materials. You're going to get your designer bag, your personalized website, credit card processing. Everything that was in the E-Start is going to be in the full starter kit. Plus, again, you're going to get that retail size product, which is valued at $400. Okay. And then you guys, you can also add on the sample pack for $45. And I'm telling you, this gives you all of the samples to give to individuals that want to try it, that you want to do your virtual parties. When I tell you, Mary Kay has shifted and pivoted, and we are doing amazing things, you guys, in this virtual world. So I'm telling you, you can start with the E-Start and add the sample pack, or you can start with the full starter kit and add the sample pack, because that sample pack, when I tell you, it has all of our skincare sets, your Time Wise Miracle set. You have your charcoal mask. You have your microdermabrasion sets. You have your hydro gel eye patches. When I tell you, these are some of the most, these are some of the best, or the products that we sell the most of in our Mary Kay business. So you absolutely want to take a look at that sample pack. So to our guests, we are so excited that you took time out on a Thursday to hear about the Mary Kay opportunity. And we hope that something that was shared on today, and I'm telling you, I got a list of 101 things that I could share back with you. When I tell you, Menina literally shared so many reasons why taking a look into this opportunity, trying it to see if this actually could be that thing that you have been praying for. Sometimes we've been praying for God to send us something, and you were invited to be on this Juicy June. Wow. And sometimes I believe that we can miss it because we think it's going to be something, that's just totally, I spent a whole lot of money in order to make my dreams come true. But I promise you, this opportunity is one that absolutely could change your life. When I tell you, this is the time to step out of your comfort zone. This is the time to have courage and to join us. We would love to have you join us in Juicy June. So again, thank you so much for your time on tonight. I'm going to ask you to get in touch with your consultant. Let them know that you were on WOW tonight, and let them know you're going to step out of your comfort zone and you're making a decision to become an independent beauty consultant with Mary Kay. I promise you it will be your best decision ever. Thank you so much. Back to you, Katrina.
We done, son. Let's go. We got work to do. It's Juicy June. We getting a picture. Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Have $1 million night.